All right, what up, folks? It's your man, 100 Days of Summer. In this video, what I want to talk about is the similarities to the times we're living in today and what we saw in this thing called the Milgram experiment. For example, going into a restaurant that says you have to wear a mask until seated. You go from the beginning of the restaurant to your table, you take off your mask and you sit down amongst other people who have taken off their mask. That's insanity. Now, if I walk into that store refusing to wear a mask, they'll kick me out. That's insanity. And if I ask them, what's 2 + 2, they'll say, well, I know it equals 4, but, the rules say we have to say 5. It's not me. I didn't make the rules. But they reinforce the rules. That's exactly what we learned from the Milgram experiment, where in that experiment, they have to give electroshocks to a person that they think is on the other side of this wall when they get an answer wrong. So they have to turn a voltage up every answer, and if they get it wrong, the voltage increases until the person stops being responsive on the other side, and the person still continues to shock them. That's irrational, right? Why would they do that? The reason is because when they get to the point where the person on the other side is literally begging for mercy, and they no longer feel comfortable continuing with the experiment, they express that to the person who is the authority of the experiment. They look at them and express their grievances. And then this person says, the responsibility is on me. Please continue. And then that person continues.
You're gonna get a shock, 180 volts.
Oh, I can't stand the pain. Let me out of
You
here.
can't stand it. I'm not gonna kill that man, eh?
Whether the learner likes it or not, we must go on until he's learned all the word
I
pairs.
refuse to take the responsibility of getting hurt in there.
It's absolutely essential that you continue, teacher.
I mean, who's gonna take the responsibility if anything happens to that gentleman?
I'm responsible for anything that happens here. Continue, please.
All right, next one's slow.
Against their better judgment, against their rationality, against their humanity. They know that they're causing this person pain, but because it's not going to be on them at the end of the day, they overcome their anxiety, their empathy, because of this authority. That's what we see when you see people beating somebody up in a store to drag them out of the store because they didn't wear a mask. That's what you see when you see a family getting removed off of an airplane because their 1-year-old or 2-year-old just doesn't want anything on their face. It's insane. We have literal evidence from the leading doctor in all this shit that literally says the masks don't work, but yet and still we all have to wear them. Say a police officer comes to you and you say that to the police officer. Fauci says that. The police officer say, yeah, I know, but I'm just doing my job. Even though the reason at the beginning they were telling everybody not to wear masks is because they want us to be more concerned with social distancing. They were afraid that if we wore masks that we wouldn't social distance because we would have too much confidence in the mask. And now here we are. So I don't want the video to be too long, but I just wanted to kind of just get that idea out there. Hopefully it makes some sense, and comment gang, do your fucking comment thing. We living in some crazy times, man. We gonna make it out one way or the other. We ain't from here. Just remember that at the end of the day, we not from here, man. We not from here. And that fear stuff makes you believe that you are. And as soon as you are a believer in this place, they win. Whoever they, metaphorically, they are. You have to remember that you're not from this place. This is not where your anchor is supposed to be. Your anchor is supposed to be from where you actually come from. All right. So keep that in mind, man. That's what gives me peace when I witness this insanity. I'm not from here. These are dream signs that are supposed to wake me up to become lucid inside of the dream that God is having right now. All right. So I'm done. I'll see y'all in the next video. All right. Peace.
How do you feel, by the way?
I feel all right, but I don't like what's happened. That I fall in there. He's been hollering, and we had to keep giving him shocks. I didn't like that one bit.
Well, who was actually pushing the switch?
I was. But he kept insisting. I told him no, but he said, "You got to keep going."
Well, why didn't you just stop?
He wouldn't let me. I wanted to stop.